We recently celebrated the feast day of our Mother of Perpetual Help. Her feast day is celebrated on June 27th. Of course, we honor our Mother every day of the year, not just on her special feast day, but it does give us an opportunity to come to her with a renewed reverence, with a deeper commitment to always follow her beloved Son, Jesus, and to give her our promise of love and deep devotion all the days of our life. The feast of our Mother of Perpetual Help is also a time to stop and to think a bit more deeply about this particular title that is given to our Mother. What does it say about her, about Mary? And what does this title say about us, we who are her children? We honor and love our Mother under many different titles. And indeed, each one is beautiful because we are speaking of our Mother, Our Lady of Fatima, Our Lady of Lourdes, Our Lady of Częstochowa, Our Lady of Knock, and there are many, many more. However, what is it about the title of Our Mother of Perpetual Help that speaks to us so personally? I think it begins with the understanding that she is indeed our Mother. And yes, she is the great lady who is Queen of heaven and earth. But she is our Mother. And she comes to us under this title for one purpose only, and that is to help us through the many trials and difficulties that we all experience as we journey through this life. In her title, we address her as Mother. And that, of course, means that we come before her most humbly as her children. And because she is there to help us, it is important to acknowledge, no matter what our age or what our state of life may be, we are all in need of her motherly help. There is not one among us who can stand apart in truth and say, I do not need my Mother Mary's help. Everyone is in need of our Mother's help, because what she is helping us all to do is to come ever closer and closer to Christ, to her Son. She is helping us all to be all that we were ever created to be. And that is beloved children of God and holy and humble disciples of her Son, Jesus. only Mary can bring us closer to her Son, because she, above anyone else, knows the way, the direct way to Him. We really cannot fully come to Him without her motherly help. And so, yes, she is our mother who helps us. But there's another very important word in her title. And we must not pass over it. She's not just our mother, wonderful as that is. And she's not just there to offer her help, wonderful as that is. She is our mother of perpetual help. She is the mother whose help is not only perfect, but whose help is never ending. A continuous outpouring of grace to all her children. She's not just a mother who will help us when we think we are in need and perhaps call to her for help. No. She is a mother who is perpetually helping her children, who she knows need her perpetual guidance, her perpetual direction, her perpetual assurance. She knows that we need a perpetual increase of faith. She knows that we need a perpetual increase of love for God. And she knows above all that we, her children, are very much in need of her perpetual love. In all these ways, Mary is helping us to be all that God is calling us to be. She would ask only one thing of us, and that is to come to her as her children, to come to her and allow her to wrap her mantle of loving protection around each one of us. Mary calls to each one of us individually and very personally, for she wants each one of us to know that her motherly love is a very personal love. And then she calls us together as a family of faith, asking all of her children to love one another as a family, as Jesus, her Son, has asked us to do. Our mother has one goal in mind, and that is to make certain that all of her children find their way home to God. She will never withhold her help in this journey of faith that is our life. She is present with us in our every need and in our every trial and difficulty. We are never alone. and we are never without the divine light and the help that we need. We are never without these things because Mary, the Mother of God, has been given to us as our mother. And she comes to us with such tender love, asking us to come to her and to believe that she is and she always will be our mother of perpetual help.